live on YouTube. Hello, everyone. This is Caroline. Long time. It's been such a long time. I am so happy that my friend Ivan from France.
Ivan.
Sorry, Ivan. Yeah, from France. Emailed through a common friend and said, hey, we got to do something together. So I'm so glad that he did that because I miss you guys. And I thought I would bring him along. Ivan is a wonderful healer. I tried his meditation, actually, even though he's French, but he does them in English as well. And, you know, it's very interesting that when somebody is from a different country, it's like their work feels very fresh, is very different. So that's the reason why I definitely wanted to bring him along to our audience here and to introduce his energy. And his story, I'm going to let him tell you more about it. But, you know, he awakened, you know, something happened actually, out-of-body experiences at the age of 33, which got him on this whole new journey. And I love that because like, you know, like those life-changing experiences, I can't wait for him to tell you that whole story. So Ivan, my dear friend, how are you doing?
Hi, Caroline. Hi, everyone. I'm very good. Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me on your channel. I'm very pleased to be here and to share the evening with you guys.
And by the way, you know, people with a French accent, like I have a bit of an accent because I speak so many languages, but you have very French accent. People love that.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's very attractive anyway. So, all right. Well, I would love for everybody to hear your story because you were in the typical, was it a corporate world, the typical professional world, and then all of a sudden, something happened. So please tell us, how did you grow up to get into that field? And then all of a sudden, how did your life change?
Yes, absolutely. There are so many stories starting by when I was a little kid, I saw ghosts, I saw this and this. And no, I had just a classical experience as a kid. I was good at math. So I went, you know, I studied engineering and I have a master of engineering. And there is absolutely no one in my family who is in the field of energy or something near that. So basically, the healers and the people of that kind, I would say, for me, until a few years ago, these people were just, you know, they were just scammers or that kind of people. So that's the world I came from. So I was good at math, as I said. I studied a Master of Engineering, and then I studied an MBA in Boston, Massachusetts. And I worked basically 10 years in marketing and strategy in the field of civil, construction materials. And then as an entrepreneur, I founded a startup in the field of the connected alarm clocks. And this is funny because I was on this innovative project with an associate. We raised funds, we had a team, and I even came to Las Vegas to the Consumer Electronics Show every year showing that product, you know. And what did it do? I was waking up people with a connected device. And
what does the device do?
Well, the device was waking up people through scents. So it was waking up people gently, you know, because it was diffusing aromas of cut grass, of mint, of hot chocolate, of whatever you want.
Okay.
So, and this is very funny as a story because after 3 years in that company, after having founded that company, co-founded, I had a burnout and I couldn't go working anymore because I was totally, I didn't find any sense at all in what I was doing. I didn't find the sense anymore because of course the sense was here. There was a meaning for me in the beginning, but then it shifted. And I'm out of this burnout. I work with a coach in order to answer the question, what am I meant to do in my life? I didn't know at all. And I come out of that, and basically I'm still waking up people with a connection thing. But it's not the connection, the same connection. It's not the same way of waking up people. So I went from the connected alarm clock to the connected wake up, let's say. So
that's so like the symbolism, like waking up, the alarm clock.
Yes,
like
yes.
you got to the energetic alarm clock. That's
yes,
so
but it is a really fun sign from above. Just a little change can change everything.
Yes.
So basically, I had this burnout, and like I said, I saw a coach, and little by little, I started getting interested in new subjects. Because why did I do a burnout? I was totally disaligned. What I was doing every day in my life, it was selling a device which was made of plastic material, which was diffusing synthetic aromas, which was plugged in just near the face on the bedside, which is of course generating electromagnetic field, which is not that good for the health. And at the same time, my wife was pregnant from her first child, and I started getting more and more interested in the health, in the environment, in the quality of the water, in the quality of what we eat. And so, my job was in this direction, and what I aimed and everything I wanted and the life I started creating for myself and for my family went to the opposite direction. So there was a big disalignment causing the trouble I was in. So I went out pretty quickly of that trouble because I understood that what I had to do had to deal with energy, which I had an interest for that. I didn't know why, but I started I started attending events about magnetism, about different type of energy healings, and about shamanism too. And I got I saw people, and I attended workshops, and I get formed into shamanism, and the shamanism has totally changed my way of living, because I discovered the connection that I never had in my life. And on top of that, this experience echoed with with a couple of out-of-body experience that I lived totally randomly earlier in my life. So little by little, I started connecting the dots, and I wanted to share. I wanted to share all the things that I just discovered, and I was thinking, oh my God, the world doesn't know. I need to share it. Of course, many people knew about that, but I didn't know anyone in that field, in these fields of energy, of consciousness. It was all new for me.
So did you just like quit your job all overnight?
Yes, I've quit my job. And the good thing about France is that, you can quit your job and still have a little money for a little time. So it's not as brutal.
It's the French unemployment.
Yes,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's not as brutal as it can be in the US, for example. So at least, when you have a period like this where you need to think, when you need time, at least you don't put your family in danger at once. So that was very good, because I used very well this time. And I started sharing because that's what I wanted to do, sharing.
Yeah.
And I wanted to share through writing a book. And my wife came to me with the most brilliant idea. She said, instead of writing a book right now, maybe you can work your subjects and share from now in video. And I was thinking, yeah, this is a great idea. So I started my YouTube channel. And actually, I started sharing. I had maybe 50 videos that I had in mind, and I made them all. And then I had other subjects coming. And little by little, my channel grew to an extent I didn't even imagine in the beginning.
How
Because
long did it take you? By the way, you guys, Ivan is an influencer, literally. Like your channel has like 200,000 people, and
yes,
like how long did it take you to go from nothing to being an influencer?
it went very fast. And actually, everything was aligned for me. All the planets were aligned because in a couple of years, I've reached 100,000 subscribers.
That's crazy.
And I didn't have any product to sell.
Wow.
I had absolutely nothing. I started sharing, and after
that's
everything,
when you know the universe is saying yes, you're on the right track.
Exactly.
It's like when it's effortless like that. I love it. Keep going.
So then, okay, then the growth was not that fast after, but still, it's still, I just have an impressive number of followers, which reminds me that what I'm doing is right and is on the right track. So so this sharing brought me this number of people. But there is still the problem about making money. I told you I was with the unemployment fee that the government is giving for a short period of time. But and my wife told me, okay, sharing what you share on YouTube is great, but you have made me a promise, is that you will never put us in danger. And so that means that if with your activity you don't make enough money for us, you need to find a real job. And I said, yes, I promise you, I won't put us in danger. And what was very funny here, something extraordinary happened, like so many extraordinary things happened since I'm on that track, since I'm on that path, is that the money I had, the money was guaranteed for me until the month of September. So I arrived the month of August. So I started giving energy healing sessions, private energy healing sessions. That's what I was doing. And the month of August was terrible because here's the holidays. Nobody's here in France. Everyone is in holidays, so no one's taking sessions. So maybe I had 3 customers in the whole month. And I was thinking, okay, next month is the last month. And in the beginning of September, I wake up with a message, okay, you should do a video about the pineal gland. So during the day, I turned a video about the pineal gland. And from the beginning to the end of the month, I went from 3,000 subscribers to 15,000 subscribers, because this video got viral.
Oh, oh my God.
Bringing me many customers, many new customers who discovered me this month. And so that means that in the month of September, with my new activities, I had enough money to compensate what I had before. So I had 0 day of loss, of fear. Everything went very smoothly. And after that, okay.
I love this story because you know how many people are so miserable in their day job. First of all, they don't have the courage to say enough is enough. I'm just going to go do my thing, whatever that takes. So many people I know, they're still stuck there. That's number one. And second, you also had a family. I mean, what went through your mind as you were getting closer to the month of September? did the doubt, set in, saying, oh my God, this is the stupidest thing what was I thinking? I can't pull it off. Did you have all this doubt and all this fears come up, especially with your wife saying hello,
Yes.
so what went through your mind, and how were you able to just stick with it? Because
Yes.
it's much more common than you think, where people aren't able to stick with it.
Actually, I was confident inside that this was the right path for me to follow. But at the same time, I couldn't help. I had doubts, yes, and especially with many people around me reminding me the danger I can put my family in. Not only my wife, but also the parents, all the people who love you so much.
Yeah, I love you. Yeah. That's true.
But I was confident inside, and I always had also this type of my character is also being an entrepreneur. So taking risks, I'm fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But it's true that this was the last moment. So either it went well or it totally crashed.
Yeah.
So this went well, obviously, and even pretty well. And after that, the real abundance really started, because then, I basically what I'm doing still now, and what I was doing from the time, is that I was just following the great ideas that came to my mind, this inspiration, and I put it in action basically. So sometimes for a while there is nothing, and sometimes, oh, you should do this program, this energy healing session program with recorded sessions about abundance. And one day I was in the holidays, I was in the Alps in holidays, and one evening I cannot find sleep, and I know that everything is coming down. All the plan of the program I was about to launch, and so I made the program in 1 month. It was 1 month of big work. I recorded this program of energy healing sessions about abundance, and I launched that to my community. It was the first product that I was really selling besides my time, and I had maybe 700 customers with a product worth over $200. So really,
Wow.
it was, for me, it was just wow. It was incredible, and it was the
Amazing.
beginning again, because then there was other things that other great ideas that came to my mind that I was able to launch.
I have
And
so many
so
questions, I have so many questions. Sorry, I'm interrupting you, because
yeah,
again, your journey is like so relevant. So many people can just be inspired by what happened to you, going overnight from being in a corporate setting to just saying, I'm just going to do my own thing. And the minute you do and you trust, everything starts to happen. So I'm just always curious, who is talking to you? Who is giving you these ideas? That's the one question. And also, obviously, what I also love is almost like what your wife seemed to have inspired you about. It's almost like whatever you were living and experiencing, you were offering. The question of abundance came up for you because you experienced it, you wanted to create it. And so by you sharing it was aligned. Speaking of alignment, it wasn't like, oh, I'm going to go talk about, something outside myself.
yes,
Yes. So that's why I feel like you're in alignment with where you were at that time. And I think that's how the universe responds. But please share, who do you think was sending you these messages?
That's a good question, actually. I haven't totally figured it.
Okay.
Because I would call it inspiration. of course, it's something that just flows through me. You know, for some people, just like you, for example, uh, when you get some information, maybe you can see very well things. You have the 4K resolution with bright colors, and maybe if you listen, you have the Dolby surround sound, and you can distinguish if it's a man, if it's a woman, how is the voice, etc. And for me, it's not as spectacular. Spectacular.
Okay.
So, so it means that okay, for the energy healing sessions or for the other inspiration, I have information, of course, but the form is not as rich.
Mm.
So sometimes, and in most cases, the information I know it directly, and that's it. So it's not something very very spectacular to tell to other people. But you know, sometimes it's just okay. I have the impression that I know that something is coming to me, that it's from a higher intelligence, because I can feel it inside,
Mm.
and because it excites me, this idea that I feel excitement and I feel joy, and I want to bring them to life. So that's how I know about the source. But the source itself, I don't know how to put a name on it. So I
That's
cannot
important.
say.
Yeah, because a lot of people, like you were saying, I'm trained in this, okay? Like I've developed methodologies myself to discern where and how and blah, blah, blah. Is it this being? Is it my higher,
Yeah.
But I love what you just said, because most people are like you and they're not discerning. Okay, well, they get this idea and it feels so good. Like you're saying,
Yes.
I feel
Yes.
joy, but then the fear kicks in. But is that realistic? That doesn't really make sense. How am I going to do it? Is this possible? Is it, why me? Blah, blah, blah. That the joy, the excitement that you felt is almost turns into, I'm not going to do anything. And so that's why I want people to listen to your story very carefully, because your process, what you went through, listening to not just a voice, but the voice that felt, you said, I felt it,
Yes.
I knew it,
Yes.
that felt right. And your heart opened up
Completely.
regardless of, and you allowed it, and you just stayed with that feeling in order to create whatever it was. You didn't allow this is crazy, blah, 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 all these other thoughts to come in and sabotage.
Yes,
you know
exactly.
yeah,
And you
so
know
that's why it's so simple but so important. So please continue.
and you know, and sometimes I come back to what I said earlier also, because it can, this voice, or whatever we call it, can come through the voice of another person. For example, my wife saying, okay, you should do videos, it would be a great idea. It was my wife saying that, but I was still connected, here,
Yeah.
and it felt a fantastic idea, and I was like, okay, yes, this is what I should do, really. So this really talked to me from here. So
Yeah, because the
actually,
guidance is going to come to you, but it's going to come through these different channels. And that's, again, is such an important point. The bottom line is how you felt, how it registered in you, which is fantastic.
yes.
So
And
then
so,
from that point on, it just became more and more.
yes, it became more and more, because I was, in the beginning, I was doing energy healing sessions. So for about that, I didn't want to do energy healing sessions in the beginning. So I learned how to do according to shamanic protocols and to other protocols and therapies. So I learned, I was able to deliver if someone asked me. And actually, I remember I was in a shamanic, studying shamanism. And one day, we connect, every one of us, we connect, and we connect to what is the message for us, what should we do? And so the message I got this day was, you should do energy sessions, healing sessions.
Mm.
So I said, okay, I don't want to offend the guys up there. So I made energy sessions to my wife, to my parents, to my sisters, and then I was like, okay, it's done. My deal is done. So thank
My
you, guys.
deal.
I made the mission is complete.
Yeah.
Points.
Yeah.
And you know, after 2 or 3 months, I was sharing about shamanism on my YouTube channel, and people started asking me to give them healing sessions. And you know, I was still at the point where soon I won't have money anymore, so I should take this job. So I took this job. So you know, it was an order, a direct order, let's say, and then I did it, but not very well, not as fun as I should have done. And then so it came back, but through people asking me, doing energy sessions. So I started doing that professionally, and then really things started to open a lot, because I really discovered that I didn't follow any protocol I learned about, because I was just feeling this inner voice that I had.
You're doing your own.
I do, yes, on my own. So what I should do, I don't know what will happen, but I do it, and I do it because I'm connected to the person. So I'm just connected to a higher intelligence, let's say, and I know what to do. And then the people started giving me a fantastic feedback about what I was doing. So it helped me transformed a lot. And I understood that it was my path, and my just like you, my mission on earth is to open consciousness of people, consciousness, and open the hearts of people. And how I do it through sharings, mostly on YouTube, and I do it through these energy sessions and through these healing sessions. And so, you know, more and more and sometimes I come up with new ideas which are inspired, of course. So for example, in 2020, in the beginning of the year, I had this invitation of okay, now you do individual energy healing sessions, that's cool. So now you should do collective healing sessions. So I started getting scared. Can I do that? Is it possible? Yeah. So, but I said, okay, I will listen to you guys. So I started writing about to my community, and I said, okay, if you want to participate to a collective healing session, what I'm invited to do, I explain, okay, here you need to pay that amount of money. And so my first evening I do that, and I have money like I never had for 45 minutes of my time, because really I had 100 people participating from the first day. The next month I do the same, and I'm like, okay, cool, I can do that once a month, and I have enough money, that's cool. Yeah. And then I have a new order coming from up there, which was, okay, now you do it for free. I was like, what? I just found a cool business model, and now you want to break everything.
I love this. I love that. Are you guys listening? I love this story. I love this story. Keep going. So I said, okay, and it's okay. And now I know I have to do that for free. So it's okay. I trust. Did you question, like, wait a minute, is that the same guidance? Did you question? Did you doubt? No, I didn't. I felt it right inside, actually. Wow. But mentally I was, oh no, how will I do? Yeah. It keeps me dancing, on a rope. Yeah. But it's okay. I trusted. Wow. And so then I said to my community, now it's for free. So I remember the first really open sessions that I did, I had 4,000 people. Oh my God. If I had this number of people from the beginning, I would have doubted so much, and I wouldn't have thought possible
for me to do that. So it was everything was so clever in the process.
But wait, you had the 4,000 when you were making people pay.
No, when it was free, but when it was paid, I had 100 people. But I think that if from the beginning I had these 4,000 people, I would have been scared, and I would have, my doubts would have been too big for me to perform well.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it allowed me to increase progressively and to trust myself enough that I can deliver whatever the number of people is attending.
Oh my God, I so love this story. Are you guys listening? Because this is this interchange between the human mind, the human doubt, the human confusion, and how the universe, I mean, the guidance system knows better. And we sabotage ourselves because we question everything. And so your story, especially where they tell you things out of nowhere, when you think you created this model, all of a sudden it's like, no, scratch that, let's do something else. You know, it's so easy for you to be confused. You know, when people are asking questions about their lives, about money, relationships, whatever, it's very, very confusing. So I'm so grateful that you're sharing your process to inspire so many people to just follow the heart at the end of the day. I think it's a combination, if I'm sensing your energy, it's a combination of knowing, like in your gut knowing, nothing mental. I see it going directly to your heart and to your gut feeling. I don't, you know, and that is the problem. You know, kind of moving away, avoiding the human mind to tell you what you're supposed to feel, what's right, what's realistic, what's not. I so love the story. So now you have 4,000 people and it's free, and it's free. Keep going.
And it's free. And I started giving these energy healing sessions for free to all the people who wanted it. And this every week, even if I'm in holidays, even whatever the day, I did it for 2 years.
Wow.
And then, so, and I still do it, but now recently, maybe 2 months ago, it's the form has changed. And this is very interesting because this is a novelty. This is something which is fresher, which is more actualized, which is more true to me now. Because for 2 years, I kind of prepared my community. You know, because what was happening is that I'm a channel of energies that go through me and that touch the people who want to receive it. Of course, I'm not the only one responsible for what the people will receive. Everyone is individually responsible for what they will receive. So my job is basically to open my my tap, or let's say my thing like this. You know, I open it a maximum because so that a maximum of energy can flow through me and touch the people. But then every people individually, all the people need to open their own door the most widely so that they receive.
Right. So yeah.
What does it mean? It means that they need to be involved because it's free. So it's easy to, when something is free, it's easy to say, okay, I participate, and then you don't show up, or you're late, or whatever, you know, you're not really into this. So this is their responsibility. I explain it enough to the people who engage in with me in that path. So, and then something new came up. Because
wait, back up for a second, because I'm imagining people are saying, wait a minute, you're doing it for 4,000 people, maybe more by then, for 2 years for free. How are you making a living?
Well, then at the same time, you know, I launched this program about abundance. I recorded sessions that I was, so everything was well. No, really, I live in abundance, and everything is fine. So
amazing.
I have something free for people who cannot afford the rest, and this is important for me to keep it that way. And they are also for people who want to go further, who want to make a specific work, specific healings. I have recorded things that I'm selling too. So the balance is fine.
Yeah.
The abundance is here. And you know, so for 2 years I was giving this session, but these 3 sessions, and this was triangular. Like, you have all the people down, they put their hope, let's say, or everything in me, which I'm above, and then I connect to higher energies, and it goes that way in a triangular shape. And you know, more and more when I was giving every week these sessions, I was seeing and feeling all of us, all the participants, the thousands of participants, holding hands together like this. And I was thinking, okay, so that's what came to me. This should come to the consciousness of the people. It cannot stay like this.
It's not a hierarchy.
It's not a hierarchy. So now
Beautiful.
I call it.
Oh my God, I love this.
Yes. Now I call it healing circle.
Yeah.
Because everyone is participating. God. I'm a participant like any other people of the circle. So basically, we are holding hands. The energy flows through us. We also connected to our guides and to higher energies who come, and we benefit from these energies. But also with our intention and with what we channel, and with our intention, we direct all these beautiful energies towards the other people of the circle. Right. And we learn to receive from other people of the circle, and then it goes and it extends outside the circle to touch, you know, every human, and even more than that. So wow. That's the process.
I love this. Go ahead.
The very important thing, because this happened for a few months, but it was not conscious for the people. And then I started explaining to my community, okay, now I changed the name. It's not collective healing session anymore. It's healing circles. You will participate actively. Yeah. You're not just receiving, you're also giving. And it's not a question about, oh no, my light is so small, I cannot give. No, everyone gives. We don't care whatever light is bigger or smaller or whatever. We are all participating in the circle. We all receive, we all give. And this creates, the energy is so much stronger that way, because it's not just one thing flowing and touching the people. It's a real egregore that we are creating.
Yeah, I mean, it's very similar to, I mean, the idea that we're all connected to source, you know, we receive the same source. And so I love everything you said. Like, it's such amazing reminders, especially this whole hierarchy thing. You know, people think that they can't bring that source directly into them, so they need this other person. And because you're facilitating, you know, they think you're above, or you're, but actually you just happen to be available, and you're just happen to be guiding the words, the meditation, but the energy itself comes to each person. And that makes, then you create coherence. Collective coherence, as opposed to one person distributing it. And that coherence is what makes it extraordinary and a lot more powerful. So I guess that is your meditation process. Instead of I think, I wonder, do you feel you would like to try it with this group, whoever's listening and whoever's going to be listening? Because I noticed, because I've been doing guided meditation for years and years and years, and I noticed after 10 years, people will listen to that meditation and have the same feeling.
Yes.
So there is something that gets registered, you know, in the ethers, so to speak, that many people will tap into, whether it's this group that's here live or the future groups, because we're going to distribute this video everywhere, you know, after the fact. And so do you feel you would like to try to do this meditation live, or how do you feel? No, no pressure.
I would be pleased, actually. I would be pleased to guide this and so that we can leave it together. So the people being here or the people who will be here, but in another time. And
Okay,
actually,
great.
just before we do that, because
Yes.
yes, that's a great idea, and thank you for asking me that. Um, you know, about the time. It's just like you said, it stays somewhere in the ether, and you can connect to this healing session whenever. 10 years from now, you can connect to this healing session, and you will feel and you will receive the energies of these healing sessions. And this is so true. And in the beginning, recording healing sessions, I didn't even know that it was possible.
Yeah.
Because once again, I didn't know any people who, until a few years ago, I didn't know any people who was doing, healing sessions or so, because I come from a world that is totally different. And so I followed my inspiration, and I didn't read many books or met many people doing that, even when I started entering this field. So one of my inspirations was to record healing sessions. And inside, I knew that I was recording the energy.
Yes.
And that the guidance that I record is not that important, even though the guidance is always that comes to me. I know that the words are not that important, but what is important is behind, is what cannot be heard or what cannot be seen. And so I did an experiment. So me too, I like the scientific stuff, but it's at a smaller scale.
Yeah.
And I recorded silence, my own silence, with intentions, and with me doing a healing session, but all silence. So you listen to the tape, it's blank. You have a gong in the beginning, a gong in the end, so that you have the proof that something is playing, but you don't hear anything. And I shared it with people, and especially sensitive people. And these people told me, I can feel your presence in it.
Yes, exactly.
Even though I don't listen to anything,
Yeah.
I can feel something is happening inside. And it was my proof. I knew it inside, but it kind of helps to have this external proof, this external confirmation that this would work.
I mean, this is so incredible. More validation. I have stuff in my library called Healing Circles too, by the way, where you have minutes of nothing. So, and not only that, people listen to it, like I said, 10 years later, and they feel the same thing, or even better. They do it, they feel something, and then they do it again, and they feel more, or they feel different, and then they feel again, and they feel again. So which tells you that this energy, not only that it gets recorded, but it's alive. So it's responding to whoever's there. Does that make sense?
It's true. And even even the programs that for example, the program about abundance. So it's called Manifest Abundance in all areas in your life. So this program, I've recorded it 2 years ago. So between 2 years ago and now, I changed a lot. So if I had to re-record, it would be different. It would be more actualized. But what I do is that sometimes I connect to the things that I did in the past.
Yes.
To add and to refresh them with the actualized energy.
Exactly. So, this is an amazing conversation, because we're talking about non-locality, we're talking about entanglement, we're talking about retro creation, retroactive creation, so because you can create a forward, present, past, it doesn't really matter. And this is actually, we talk about the nature of consciousness being omnipresent.
Yes, yes.
You know, again, beyond time space. So it's always there. So it's always interacting with you. There is no such thing as past, present, or future from that perspective. So, you know, I just so love this. And you coming from France, not that, you know, it's a thing. It's, you know, but what I'm saying is it's still a fresh perspective. You know, we kind of in America,
Yeah.
we kind of hear similar messages. And so you coming, you know, kind of from a different culture, talking about the same thing in your own words, it has, like, as I'm tuning into your energy, it has that purity in it. I don't know how to describe it. You bring a lot of purity. I don't know how, if you realize that, but a lot of innocence and purity and fresh, which is very, very, very amazing. I love it. And so if you're up for it, we could do a quick one, like 15-20 minutes or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys think, but I like experiential. Like I like,
Yes.
but, and also, by the way, you know, we, you know, people who know me, of course, we talk about, it's not what you say, it's the energy behind it, you know.
Yes.
So and right now we were telling a story, you know, you were just telling your story, but your energy of belief in creation, your creative energy,
Yeah.
and the trust. And again, you have this this innocence. I don't know how to describe it. Not in a silly way, like that fresh, open, pure, very, very pure energy emanates through you, even as you're telling me a normal story. And I
Yes.
think that's what I want people to start to tune into as Ivan is talking, because at the end of the day, like you just said, that's exactly what stays behind, what's important. And so I so love this. Is there something else you want to add before we, because I think once we get into that space, we kind of want to, you know,
Yeah, we will not come back in the same in the same energy.
yeah. So,
But no, it's fine. I'm ready to start.
okay. And by the way, we're going to put all this in the description of the video, and we're going to circulate it everywhere through our networks. But just, you know, for those who are listening, what is your website in English so people can tune in?
So you can go to ivanskibik.com. So I will let you write it down on below the video. And
Yes.
there is so either it detects the area you're from and it's already in English, or you know, you can go on the top right corner, there is a little flag or just two letters like FR or EN, EN for English, and you can switch to English.
Yeah, Ivan, like Ivan, IVAN, Skibik, SKYBYK.com. But we're going to put all this information down there, and you're going to see his YouTube channel is like crazy. It's incredible. And he's got all these amazing videos. But let's see what we can feel.
Yes, and just to add, I just created an English YouTube channel, which is something I really wanted to do for a long time, but this is the time now. So I posted the first video, and soon you will be able to I will soon post energy healing sessions that are recorded with a fantastic vibratory music. And so these are really amazing, and these will be available for free on YouTube, so on my YouTube English channel. So
amazing. We're part of the free inspiration.
yeah. They're already in French, but I've translated it and I re-recorded them. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, you guys, let's settle it. Let's settle and let's allow Ivan to just broadcast his energy. And let's just be in that space. Maybe set your intention, have an amazing experience, and I'm going to let you take over. Go ahead, my dear.
Okay, great. Thank you, Caroline. Thank you all for being here. I invite you to gently close your eyes, and you can sit on your chair with your feet on the ground, the back straight, and you can feel the sensation between and below your feet. When you will breathe out, I will invite you to visualize the energies inside of you that are used. Some of your used energies that go down as you breathe out. They go down, they go through your feet. They go deep, deep to the center of the earth. And the earth will take these energies and transform them to bright light energies. When you will breathe in, you will visualize the energy coming from the center of the earth. And as long as you breathe in, the energies come up, go through your feet, enter your body, nourish your body, up to your head. And you can keep this visualization as you breathe in and breathe out. You can always visualize this flow. So now you're in the consciousness of knowing that great energies from the earth are nourishing you, and at the same time, you get rid of old, used energies that are recycled by the earth. The earth, we call it Mother Earth, because it is like a mom. A mom that is opening the arms, taking your sorrows, taking your pains, and with her love, she can transform them. This is what the earth is doing for you. And the more you breathe in this consciousness, the more you get connected to the earth, the more you get grounded. And in order to get grounded even more, we will all pronounce the word grounding with the intention of getting grounded even more. I invite you to do that all on your side. Because when you pronounce it, there is the creative power of the verb, which is used and which is manifesting. So you can do that one more time, all together. Grounding. Maybe you can feel things, maybe not. This is not important right now. So now that we are all more grounded, more connected to the earth, I will invite you, visualize The next time you breathe in, the energy coming from the center of the earth, going up, up, up as you breathe in, inside of your body, nourishing you, but this time, instead of stopping at your head, it goes through your head and joins the sky. And when you breathe out, the energies come from the sky, go through you, and back to the center of the earth. And you can now keep this visualization along with your breathing. So that now in your consciousness, every time you breathe, you get filled up with energies from the sky and the earth. And you get cleaned from some of your used energies. Now, I invite you to raise your two arms, and you will see or visualize us all connected. All the people who are here now, and also with all the people who will be there in the future or at different stages of time. We are all connected right now. And you can visualize yourself with your intention. You can connect with all these people. We connect all together. We are holding hands in a big circle. Maybe you can feel some energy moving sideways through your arms, or maybe not. This is not important, although it can be interesting. And now, just be conscious of what happens. We are all channels of light. With our intention, we connect. We are already connected to our guides and to higher energies, healing energies that come through us. And you let them come to you, to us, to our circle. Maybe you can feel that there is more and more light. There is more and more density in our circle. And that this energy circulates between us all, nourishing us, cleansing us, healing us. Maybe you can feel some kind of pressure in your chest, which is the sign of an opening of the heart. And we'll take a closer look there. Because right now, with the power of our intention, we will send our love and light to all the people in our circle. And you can do it now. You send all your brightest energies, all your light, all your love, all your most positive and healing energies and intentions. And of course, if you send it to the circle, you also receive it from all the people of the circle. So open yourself, allow you to receive these energies, and just be present to what happens right now as you do it. What do you feel inside of you? Maybe in your chest, maybe in other parts of your body. And you let everything move. Let the energy circulate and continue sending your love, your best energies, your best intentions, all the gifts that you're channeling and that you're offering to the world, to the circle. And receive also, receive everything. Let you be touched by these energies. And now, just continue sending, but beyond our circle. Send your love, your light, your best intentions, everything you have, all the most marvelous gifts you have inside you. Offer it to all the people, to all the earth, to all the animals, to the plants, the trees, the rocks, the minerals. To the planets. To the sun, to the moon, to the solar system, to the whole galaxy, to the whole universe. All his inhabitants, to everything that is. And at the same time, feel the gratitude that you have for everything that is. For it touches you. And for so many people, beings, are sending you good energies every second. We are all connected. How do you feel right now? How do you feel in your chest, in your body? Come back gently to your body, to your physical sensations. And you can join your hands before you and express your gratitude. Once again, the gratitude to everything that is, to all the beings, also to all our circle, and to yourself for this time that you have offered yourself and for this gift you have made to you and to so many. Thank you very much. Namaste. And you can gently, when you're ready, move your arms, come back to your physical sensations, and gently open your eyes.
Wow. So nice. I think everybody's still coming back gently.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I can say I feel like a lot of anchored. It's very empowered. It's very empowered and very present, I want to say.
Yeah.
And it's like very here. What I love, the giving as you are receiving. It's very, very cool. So you guys, as we are wrapping this up, please, if you can, drop a note. Let us know how you're feeling. What are you feeling in your body? Lighter, a glow. Beautiful, Ivan, they're saying.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's this sort of, again, like I'm feeling the energy is still kind of there. It's very anchored, like very, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And very, very beautiful. And also a sense of oneness, this oneness connection. Thank you, all feeling very expanded and connected. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you. They are just saying, everybody's saying thank you, thank you, thank you. Beautiful. And they're sending you hearts, and that's amazing. All right, you guys, we're gonna let you slowly come back, being present and connected to all. Powerful lightness and, hold on, powerful lightness, and I felt tingling in the arms and fingers, little heaviness in the chest, feather light, feather weight, light, very light. Thank you so much. Thank you. I feel love vibration and connected.
Thank you. That's great.
My dear, there you have it. Blessings, blessings. I feel lighter, still buzzing. Thank you very much.
The pain in the chest is the opening of the heart.
Yeah, it's moving.
That you can feel.
Yeah, it's moving the energy. So Ivan, and I know when you yawn and when you cough, you're releasing stuff usually during a meditation. So allow that to happen. So, and another thing that I notice is after a meditation, it continues. The fact that we stopped now, the effect is going to continue. So set your intention that the energy that was brought to you through Ivan will continue to unfold and do its thing.
Yes.
So I'm so grateful to you, my dear friend. Do you have any other thoughts or final things you'd like to share with everyone?
Thank you. It was a great to share it and to do it with you. The fact of doing it in English was pleasant too. It was the first one that I did it. Sometimes there is when I do this, sometimes there is a theme, you know, a specific thing that the healing is doing, and that I can share with the people. There was no such indications right now. It was more like, let's say, general healing of light that was brought to and that was done, you know, to everyone and by everyone. So it was like you said, you know, I feel also very grounded.
Yeah.
And this is cool. Actually, this is, you know, how we manifest things, is that by being, you know, living fully on Earth, a big opening of the heart. That's what I feel. That's what I felt, and I feel. And yes, this was great.
So grounding, empowered energy, and clear. I feel very Christ-like energy, you know, and oneness, connection, connectedness.
Yes.
These are the ingredients to manifest, because you're grounded, you're in the physical, yet you're in a higher vibration, in this pure Christ-like vibration. And the connection is very important, because there is no separation between you and others in the physical world. Everything is an extension of you. What you think manifests. So I think that's where you brought us to today. So I urge everyone to take advantage of this space that you are in right now, and perhaps focus on this one thing, at least one thing that you just want to create from the heart. Just feel it coming out of the heart, saying, I want to feel creative in this way. I want to create this from the heart, and just let it go. So this was amazing, my dear friend. Yay. We need to do this again.
With pleasure. Yes. Yes.
So go ahead.
Yeah, there are many ways I deliver these healings. So this was like a healing circle. We were together. I was guiding just the thing, but we're really all made it. There is also what you can experience soon on my YouTube, on my English YouTube channel, which will be healing sessions with music. The music is vibratory, and also what I record is vibratory, and the combination of these vibrations makes something crazy, really strong. And also I'm working now on a project which should maybe in the end of the year come out, which is in video, with also energy can be diffused by so many ways, and the idea is to combine many of these ways to make something really concentrated and really strong.
Amazing. So you guys, you heard it. Go to his website, Ivan Skibik. We put it in the chat. We put it in the description. And also, you know, subscribe to his channel. Go to his YouTube channel and subscribe to his English channel, and the French if you want to hear him speak French. But you know, go to there, because you're going to be getting all of the stuff that he's creating directly from him. So go to the website. There's a link. We're going to put also his English channel, YouTube channel in the description. And as soon as you finish here, I want you all to go there and to make sure you subscribe there and send him messages. I like to get messages from people. You know, tell him, I love your meditation. I felt this, I felt that. because we want to encourage him to continue. This was very, very beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Caroline. Thank you all.
Awesome. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you another time. And everybody, lots of beautiful things to end your day wherever you are in the world. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you all.